Hey everyone, I'm here with Jimmy, one of our product specialists here at Subaru of Rochester. Today we're checking out the 2018 Impreza. I've never driven this car before. I'm pretty excited. Give you all my first impressions. Let's check it out. All right, so we are ready to go. Before we get going, you just told me that you actually bought this model, this vehicle.
Absolutely. I own a 2018 Impreza Sport. I absolutely love it. It's a lot of fun. We just recently took it to Colorado, drove it up and down the mountains. And
very cool. So we are currently in an automatic, right?
Correct.
And do they offer this car in manual?
It does. The base model does come with a manual option.
Okay.
This one is a CVT.
Now, what does CVT stand for?
Continuously variable transmission. Basically, what that means is you don't have the gears grinding against each other. You use a belt and a pulley system.
Feeling this right now, it's feeling super smooth and super quiet. A lot more than what I would expect out of like maybe a smaller car base model. Very smooth, very quiet.
Yeah.
Now, this vehicle is all-wheel drive, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Correct.
And is a lot of the competition four-wheel drive for this size of car?
The competition that we have in this vehicle, pretty much none of them are going to be all-wheel drive available. You're looking at Civics, Jettas. A Jetta you'll have an all-wheel drive option, but for the most part,
not standard. Most of them, right?
Not standard. You won't have a standard all-wheel drive option on any of the competition for the Imprezas.
Interesting.
Yeah, it works really well in the summer or in the winter. I've gotten into a couple of winter storms since I bought my car in February and never had an issue.
Yeah, this year we had quite the long winter on into April, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to test the all-wheel drive in some snowstorms. This has got some power. It's got some zip.
Absolutely.
Also, the brakes are super responsive. These brakes, I feel them. They're really nice. So, Jimmy, what kind of safety features does this car have?
Well, you got the all-wheel drive, the IIHS top safety pick. So you got the ring reinforced frame, the global platform gives you lots of safety, lots of crumple zones, keep you safe in a crash. The eyesight is an option on everything, and once you get the eyesight, then you're into way safe because it's an extra set of eyes for you.
Tell me a little bit more about the eyesight, which is available on the limited models for this. Is that right? Or the Sport?
It's available on the Premium, the Limited, and the Sport.
Okay.
And so what that is going to be two cameras that mount up here that are mounted on either side of your rear view mirror. Two extra sets of eyes on the road. And what they do is they pick up anything in front of you. A hazard, say someone slams on their brakes, you don't have time to react. It's going to react for you and apply the emergency brake just to keep you out of that accident. It also picks up the lines on the side of the road, keep you from swaying. It'll bring you back over. It'll give you a warning if you're swerving too much. Adaptive cruise control, you can set it to whatever speed you want, and it's going to keep that speed no matter what. And if someone gets in front of you, it's going to slow down and keep that space that you want in between that car.
Very cool. Got some power.
Yeah,
I like that. That's nice.
A lot of people think that they hear four-cylinder and they think that there's not going to be enough power, but I don't know how Subaru does it, but they sure get a lot of power and torque out of their engines and their transmission.
I'm feeling groovy right now.
Yeah.
So, we're going to try out some of this all-wheel drive. We just found a nice gravel kind of dirt road back here. We're going to see how the Impreza does with it.
So it is going to, with the symmetrical all-wheel drive, it's going to keep the power to the wheels that have the most grip. So if one of them is slipping, it's going to remove some of that power and put it to the ones that do have the grip. The thing that sets our all-wheel drive apart from the rest of the competition is ours are built for all-wheel drive, and most other cars are not. They're built as two-wheel drive cars, and they add all-wheel drive. So they add components to make it all-wheel drive. And so our power is pretty much 25% to each wheel, so it's all equal power all the way around. A typical all-wheel drive system, you're 80-20. You got 80% to the front, 20% to the back. It's still a front wheel bias. So when you're driving it, you're not going to feel the difference between a two-wheel or a front-wheel drive or an all-wheel drive car in some of the other competition. Whereas you can feel our all-wheel drive, you can feel that it has the power to all the wheels.
Sure. And right now, I mean, we're driving on a really bumpy, nasty road, and the camera is shaking back and forth because it feels the bumpiness of the road. But like in my seat, it is smooth sailing. It feels really good right here.
I can see how much that's shaking, and I don't feel it at all.
Yeah.
And it's still pretty quiet in here.
Hey, I was gonna say that too. You know, we're on a gravel road. There is stuff kicking up, hitting the body of this car, and it's quiet. I can hear this man just fine. And I know, you know, if we were in a different car, say my current car, it would be very loud right now with that gravel coming up and the road noise, and you just don't hear that, which is very nice. We'll try see here.
So we're ready to go.
Here. See if
you could really, literally, you could just go wah out there in that field if you wanted to, and you'd be just fine.
So you guys can see there's dust and all kinds of stuff kicking up behind me, but right now the engine is giving the traction and all the power to the wheels that have the most grip, which is keeping us straight on the road and giving us really good grip. And especially in a lot of cars in the competition, maybe you expect this out of an SUV type vehicle, something like that, but the smallest vehicle in our lineup, the Impreza, is doing awesome on this back road right now with its four-wheel symmetrical all-wheel drive. You mentioned briefly the all-wheel drive of this car. What's something else that sets it apart from the competition?
Well, the boxer engine is something that sets us quite apart. The only other car company that uses the boxer engine is Porsche, so that puts us in great company. You know, you get heated seats in your cloth, which is something that a lot of people don't do. You got your big touch screen, which the camera can't see right now, but maybe we get some pics of that. You got the nice big touch screen, so you can use your navigation from your phone, see your map and everything, hear it all over your phone, easily pair your phone up. It's got all hands-free connections, so you don't ever have to worry about using, you know, like sometimes when you get down in a base model, you can't connect your phone, or they take away some of that technology stuff. We got reverse camera that's standard on all models, which is really nice.
Very nice.
Some things you usually have to pay for.
Yeah.
And you know, with what you get, with the safety features that we feature, you know, you get a good value for your price as well. So you get a lot of good stuff in the car for a good price.
Now, what does this model start at?
This model starts at around $21,000.
Actually, that's a surprising price. That's very good. $21,000 for a brand new car with all-wheel drive, the backup camera with these safety features.
You can't beat it.
Can't beat that. So, what makes this car good for someone who is maybe trying to save a little bit of money?
Okay, well, you got your lower entrance cost, so it doesn't cost a lot of money to get into the car.
Sure.
You're going to get very good gas mileage. You're looking at probably, I'm thinking it's right around 32 miles to the gallon combined. So it's like 27, 35. I think 27 city, 26
38.
city. Yeah,
38.
It's pretty high on the highway. You get really good gas mileage for a gasoline engine. And there's plenty of room. We're both pretty big guys. We're both 6 foot tall, and like I fit in here just fine.
Yeah, I don't feel cramped. I noticed when I got in here, my legs are spread out. You know, I'm a big guy, but I feel good. I feel comfortable. I feel like I could drive this car forever, basically. Feels really good.
Yeah, and I drove mine 12 hours to Colorado, and, you know, aside from being fatigued from driving 12 hours, that was the only thing I had a problem with.
So, what's the number one thing that you love about the 2018 Impreza? If you had to pick one thing that sets it apart for you, that sets it apart from the competition, any one thing that you want to highlight, what would that be?
Man, though, it's the whole car. Like
that's cheating.
I just love the way it looks. Honestly,
you love the way it looks.
It really just. I told my wife I wasn't going to buy it, and I sat in it, and I fell in love. Like I just can't even. It's really the car. Like I just sat in it, and I just like, holy cow, this is beautiful.
Yeah,
like mine is all red and black, red stitching and red gauges, and so it just kind of fit my color like that I like. I'm a red and black kind of guy. I like both. Those are my two favorite colors. So it just, my car just like was like, I'm yours. Let's go home.
And what made you pick this, say, over maybe the Legacy or Crosstrek or something bigger?
Well, I just got out of an SUV. Legacy is a little too much luxury for me. It's kind of I call it our luxury model because it's more of a more luxury in there. And I didn't want an SUV again. Like I said, I just got out of one, so I wanted something sporty, and I wasn't quite ready for a WRX. So the Impreza was the WRX's little baby brother. So
very cool, very cool. All right, man. I appreciate you taking the time, taking me out in the Impreza. I am impressed. Don't put that in the video, Josh.
That should be.
Josh, don't put that in the video.
That should definitely be in the video.
Lucky I'm editing the video. Okay, we're right over here.
Yep. Cool. That rear view camera is something that people really love. That's a big selling point.
Huh. Very nice. I do like that rear view camera. Yeah.
Dude, it makes parallel parking like idiot proof. Even I can do it.
That's awesome. Because I was in Chicago for a while, and you weren't getting a parking spot if you didn't know how to parallel park.
Yeah.
Are we good?
Oh yeah, you got plenty of room.
I mean, should I just stop here?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not too close to that. All right. Well, Jimmy, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you, man. Hey, YouTube. Thanks for joining us today. If you have a suggestion for today's video or any questions, please let us know down in the comments. To stay updated on all of our walkthroughs, videos, and content, hit that subscribe button for us. Thanks. Have a great day.